It's a freaking Thursday, Bayern. It's a freaking Thursday. Why? Hello, everyone. Welcome to BayernNow, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. Look, everyone needs to listen up for the next few minutes. My light is flickering. It's turning on and off, but I don't care. Right now, I'm actually annoyed because it's coming out from Sports Buzzer that Kai Havertz would like to follow Toni Kroos's path to Real Madrid, which is annoying because everyone remembers how Toni Kroos left the Bayern. We sent Toni Kroos out on loan to Bayer Leverkusen. He got experience, broke his way into the Bayern first team, got injuries, and in 2014, he wasn't getting the new contract that he wanted, and we sold him to Real Madrid, and in return for that, we also got Xabi Alonso from Real Madrid. It was a like for thing, except Kroos was a lot younger, and ever since he went to Real Madrid, he won the Champions League 4 times, and why wouldn't Kai Havertz want to join? Thank you, Toni. Thank you, Toni Kroos. You left us, and now Kai Havertz wants to follow in your footsteps. But obviously that's not Kroos' fault. This is Bayern's fault, because we've been talking about Bayern Munich and why we should... Chelsea fans are definitely not happy hearing this news, because your target and our target wants to join Real Madrid, and Real Madrid are the first club to have actually put in a bid. And it was reported by a lot of outlets that Real Madrid got a 75 million euro bid rejected, which tells me Real Madrid's ambition. Real Madrid have Martin Odegaard, who's basically like a Kai Havertz, and they're still looking for Havertz, which tells you the ambition of the 3 clubs. Bayern are, we'll sign him in 2021. Who do we think we are sometimes? Look, I get it. We're a big club. Yeah, players should want to join us. But if we don't want to be ambitious enough, another club will. Roman Abramovich will pay the money if he wants to. If Leverkusen get an offer, what makes you think Leverkusen won't accept? And I don't know. Bayer Leverkusen probably want to keep Havertz for 1 more year. But their chief came out a few days ago and said they accept that Kai Havertz could leave them, which is telling me that he's going to leave them. And I don't get why Bayern isn't all over this. I don't get it. It's not a money issue, because we came into this summer with a big budget. We came into this summer knowing Muller was declining heavily. And of course, as our players regained form, I guess Bayern thought, let's not sign the players we need. We're still negotiating for Leroy Sané. Why can't we just give City 55 million? That's in between 40 million and 70 million. 55 million. Give City the money. Sign Sané. Stop playing around. Because it's not about money. It's about being frugal. It's about being cheap. Bayern, if they're a person or a rich guy, that's incredibly greedy. We can't spend money. Look, is Kai Havertz going to be worth 100 million in 3 years? No, he's going to be worth 300 million, because no one's going to be able to pay all that money for him. And oh my goodness, his wage, his everything will go up if he goes to Real Madrid. You can't allow Real Madrid to do what they did last decade, buy Cristiano Ronaldo. Man United made a huge mistake letting Ronaldo just go to his dream club, Real Madrid. We can't allow that to happen. Toni Kroos was a one-off. We got Xabi Alonso from them. I'm still not happy. But Toni Kroos was a one-off. He went to Real Madrid, and now he became their best midfielder, one of their best midfielders of all time, won through 4 Champions League trophies. Do we not want to win 4 Champions League trophies in a decade? Because that's what could happen when you sign Kai Havertz. Thomas Muller, imagine if Muller wasn't a Bayern Academy prospect. I'm sorry if I'm not reading comments. I just got to get this point across. There's no music in the background because I'm actually angry right now. If Thomas Muller was never a Bayern Munich Academy player, never came through our academy, and he instead was at Stuttgart, for example. Back then, Stuttgart were a decent team. Or Wolfsburg, or whatever team he was in. And he would have cost us 30 million at the time, in 2009, 2010, the time he broke through. Imagine if that was what Muller would have costed us. And today's money, that's probably 100 million. Would Bayern have signed Thomas Muller, who, if he cost us 40 million, came from another team, the same Thomas Muller? The same question applies to Havertz. Kai Havertz is basically the Thomas Muller-esque player of the next generation. They play in the same position. Havertz is literally one of the most talented German players. He's literally just, maybe Sané is the only one that rivals him in terms of pure footballing ability. Sané can finish, do everything. So can Kai Havertz. How many players are you going to sign in a few years like Kai Havertz? What, we're going to settle for a loanee like Coutinho? Well, I'm not saying we extend Coutinho. this is wrong because if Bayern were able to spend I think Coutinho has costed us about 40 million for just this 1 year. We're able to splash 40 million on Phil Coutinho, who's been useless. Why can't we give that money to Kai Havertz? I mean, not give it to Kai. You know what I mean? If Bayern came into this window with a big budget, why did the pandemic magically make our transfers go down? Now, there's some positive news. Karl-Heinz Rummenigge, one of my favorite board members at Bayern, one of my favorite players in history, he came out and disagreed with Muller's statement, which means we're making signings. But I wonder which signings. I wonder what kind of signings. Now, you could say this is Bayern's way of letting Havertz know, or I don't know. But you can't pull out of a race of a player like Kai Havertz. It just doesn't make any sense. I just noticed I have a weird twitch with my eye where I just turned this one off for a while. And it's weird. Yeah, I don't know. I never knew I did that. But you can't. You can't do this, Bayern. You can't. If we want to dominate this next decade, we need the best German players and a mix of the best world-class foreign players. Look at our team right now. I mean, there's talks that PSG want to take half our squad, which is crazy because we pissed them off with signing Tanguy Kausi, who they thought was going to be their center back to replace Thiago Silva, and now they want Lucas Hernandez, now they want Alaba, which they won't have any of them if Bayern has anything to do with it. So let me get this straight. Bayern, we don't sell players to anyone. Toni Kroos, we still regret selling Toni Kroos because we don't like selling to big rivals. Real Madrid don't usually typically share players with Barcelona. Look at the way Barcelona are it's never been the same. We don't sell players to anyone, right? Barcelona don't. Real Madrid don't. And you're willing to let Havertz go to Real Madrid when you could do something about it? I don't think Havertz necessarily wants to go to Real Madrid over Chelsea, Bayern, all these clubs. He wants to go to the club that's willing to break the bank for him and give him the wages he wants and also give him the position in the squad he wants. Now, of course, you can say this taints a little bit on Muller's thing, but that's telling me that Bayern haven't given. If Bayern are coming out that we'll sign Havertz in 2021 instead of 2020. First of all, what's a year's difference? What is a year? A year from now, he could be at Real Madrid. You miss out on a player because you would rather have signed him in 2021. That is the most PUSSY excuse I've ever freaking heard. How can you say that? I mean, what? You're gonna sign a player that you need and say, "Oh, we'll sign you in 2021." Not this year. By the way, leave a like on the video if this is annoying. I mean, Chelsea fans came up to me. Yeah, we're getting Kai. Well, now there's another twist. I mean, look, this is not the end of the transfer saga. I don't think Real Madrid will sign Kai Havertz. I still believe we will. But it's what's leading up to this. I wonder if Bayern, knowing that Real Madrid are now interested, and Real Madrid could actually sign him because Real Madrid, they have the money. They could just break the bank again like they always do at the beginning of every decade. Real Madrid are in a rebuild phase. Luka Modric is going away. Modric and Havertz don't play in the same position. But Real Madrid will do whatever it takes. Real Madrid want Pogba. Guess what? Pogba's not going. What if to them, Kai Havertz is the solution? They have Odegaard. But what if to them, they'll somehow fit them into the same system? What if Zidane wants Havertz and really likes him? Lampard wants Havertz and really likes him? Are we just going to be like, let's wait for 2021 where you'll probably actually start getting in our first team? Yes, Havertz doesn't just walk into Muller's position because at the moment Muller's producing more than any cam in the world. And for a player that was declining, he's doing incredibly well. But you can't understate or underestimate the fact that Muller will decline sooner rather than later. He doesn't have 5 years. He doesn't even have 3 years at the top. Cams, especially cams, attackers, will decline. When Muller starts getting slower, he gets 69 pace on FIFA. You'll start understanding what we mean. When he gets 72 passing on FIFA, I don't know. When he gets physically just weaker. When he starts missing chances you think he'd score and be sharper. In the next 2 years, you'll be like, boy, I wish we had Kai Havertz. But we're not even talking about that. I'm looking at Kai Havertz on who scored right now. He has played... Hold on. Why did I take this off? This was so relevant. Dang it. Look, I looked at Kai Havertz on who scored this morning. I think he's had 16 appearances playing as an attacking midfielder, 7 playing as a striker, 4 playing as a winger, right winger. He's had 4 playing as I'm not a right winger, but a right midfielder. He's had 3 playing as a midfielder, and he's actually had 2 playing as a midfield right, which tells me he's playing everywhere across the front 3. He hasn't played on the left because he's left-footed. Why would that make any sense? So when you have Kai Havertz, you know Coman gets injured. Look at the games Perisic and Coutinho have played this season. Perisic and Coutinho, I don't think have ever really been on the pitch together at the same time. But Coutinho's played like 40% of our games, where I'm actually surprised. Let me go into this. I'm sorry, I have to do this live. Perisic. Ivan Perisic has played way too many minutes in way too many different positions. Perisic has featured and started in 34% of Bayern's games. Started. He's not actually on the bench. 34% of games. He's actually started in the Bundesliga alone. Actually, let me do it for all competitions. Champions League, he started 30% of our Champions League games, which is 1 game. DFB Pokal, he started 50%, but most importantly, Bundesliga, he's played and started in about 40% of our games. Philippe Coutinho, who, like I said, they're not on the pitch at the same time. Coutinho, I guarantee you, has played at least 50% of our Bundesliga games. And that is true. He has started 50% of our Bundesliga games. These are minutes that we could be giving out to Kai Havertz. I think I made this point a while back. I said it like such a while back. I said this. The minutes that Coutinho and Perisic are getting, especially in the midfield position, Muller's played close to half of his games at right wing. That's telling me we need a right winger. And you'd still say, oh, Bayern have Perisic. Perisic leaves, Coutinho leaves. You need an attacking midfielder and a winger. You get Havertz and Sané. That's still close to... oh, God, man. Saying Sané... What if Sané gets injured? Who do we have? Gnabry and Coman. We're back to where we started. We need players. We need depth. We don't have any depth. Odriozola leaves. We need a right back. So, this window with... if Perisic stays, and that means that's the reason we don't sign Kai Havertz, for God's sake, hell no. Absolutely not. By the way, leave a like on this video. Let's get to 20 likes. I'm just annoyed today. Let's get to 20 likes. Chelsea fans were so convinced. Like I say, it's always about the same thing. This is what transfers are about. By the way, Chelsea announced Werner. That's pretty good for them. I hope Timo Werner does well at Chelsea. What do you mean Kai will go to Chelsea? I've just spent 10-15 minutes talking about why he could not end up at Chelsea. Let's get to 20 likes though. Kai Havertz liked the tweet. So did Werner. He liked 1 billion tweets about joining Bayern. But make sure you subscribe to the channel, everyone. We're on our way to 1,000 subscribers, man. I really do. I'm enjoying this. This is amazing. But like I said, this transfer saga is annoying. I think we always look at transfers. We're so like, oh, he's coming to Chelsea. Oh, he's coming to Bayern. That's what this is about. I actually thought... remember when I said this? Werner's not going to end up at Liverpool. People were like, oh, why... What? No, how is he not going to end up at Liverpool? Liverpool's the best club in England, blah, blah, blah. I said it. I said Werner will probably either stay at Leipzig or go somewhere else. Because Liverpool are broke. Liverpool don't have money. And guess what? He's at Chelsea. I said this. I said it. And when Chelsea were linked to him, I said Chelsea are getting Werner. And Man United, the same. They're not getting Sancho. I think if Chelsea miss out on Havertz, what makes you think Abramovich and his mafia money will not spend the money and send it back to Moscow? What do you think? What do you think is going to happen? So people have to realize that transfers are like this for a reason. Jerry, we all have salt right now. Havertz is coming to Chelsea. Donnarumma is on fire right now. We have money to burn. Chelsea do have money to burn, but it's not about money. Like I said, I think Havertz wants a team. Maybe he wants the Real Madrid project, but to be fair, I think Chelsea are financially more stable than Real Madrid are right now. Real Madrid in the last few years have spent, I think, 500 million or 300 million, something ludicrous on players under the age of 23. Not to talk of Eden Hazard. Real Madrid are not financially fair right now. Bayern, Chelsea, what I think sold all these players for 150 million in the last 2 windows. They have Havertz's money still to go. If you think about that, Chelsea have a lot of money to burn through. If Chelsea sign Ziyech, Werner, and potentially Sancho, who probably fits Chelsea more than Havertz does, because Chelsea already have a cam, but they want Havertz because he plays all the positions. I don't know. Chelsea are a threat to Bayern, and so are Real Madrid. But Real Madrid have, Marca have told Real Madrid won't. No, Real Madrid will spend money. Who do you think this is? Real Madrid do spend money. They're a club that likes to spend money, and it's just another twist in the transfer plot. I think Kai Havertz will end up at Bayern, but I could be completely wrong. As Chelsea fans think he'll end up at Chelsea. As Madrid fans will probably think he'll end up at Real Madrid. I think he'll end up at Bayern. It's the same thing. We'll wait. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see how this transfer story plays out. But according to the to Sports Buzzer, you're not exactly sure. I mean, this is probably just made up, where they think, because Havertz played with, or because Havertz saw Toni Kroos when he was, I don't think he was there, no. But he apparently wants to follow Toni Kroos's footsteps, going from Leverkusen as a loanee, from Bayern's academy to Leverkusen as a loanee to Bayern, then to what makes you think that's the case? I don't know. It is what it is. If our clubs, yes, if Bayern's ambitious, if we want to maintain what we've been building for the last decade now, if we want to keep up with the times, we can't wait. If we give Chelsea Thomas Muller, that'd be funny. No, but Muller's not leaving. Muller just signed a new contract. 3 years. 2 years. No, 3 years. And that tells me what Bayern want. Well, Bayern do realize that in the next 3 years, Muller won't be the same. Ian Robben and Ribery stayed here for way too long. They should have left when they were 30, 32. 32, most 32. Robben was 35, Ribery was 34 when he left. Robben was 33. This shouldn't have been the case. These players were declining, and we waited too long. And now guess what? We missed out on a lot more trophies. It's just what it is. Bayern won't let Kai leave Germany so easily. That is true. If Bayern's board, if Bayern came out and said, we won't sign Werner this 20, or Bild and all these sources came out and said Bayern won't sign Werner in 2020, but in 2021, then surely there has to be something in there. Surely that means Bayern may have some information on where Kai wants to leave, or surely Bayern could agree a deal with Leverkusen to give the money and then they get the player. It's almost like you buy them with an obligation. I don't know. It is what it is. This is a transfer window, which means it's crazy. And look, the Champions League is back. Bayern, Thomas Muller literally just said, he asked when the Champions League, I think he had a speech to the Bayern staffers, people that work at Bayern. He basically said, when's the Champions League final? The 23rd. He said, we'll see you on the 24th. The Bayern squad is confident to win the Champions League. Imagine we win the Champions League. That's another tool you use to attract Havertz. Because Havertz is going to miss out on a Champions League winning club. He'll be like, hey, we want to do it again. And this is what we've been talking about. What Bayern do so wrong sometimes is 2013 we won the Champions League. We downgraded from the best manager in the world at the time to a crappier manager. Jurgen Klopp and Jupp Heynckes were on top of world football, getting to Champions League finals. When does that ever? That wasn't normal. Madrid and Spain, yeah, they did it, but 2 teams from one nation wasn't as normal. I think only Italy had done it before, and Chelsea and Arsenal, I think, did it once. Chelsea have 2 Champions Leagues, if I'm not mistaken. But this was the case, and German football was at the top. But what happened? We didn't back our manager. Think about it. Did Bayern back Niko Kovac? No, absolutely not. We didn't back Niko Kovac. Kovac came in with a different philosophy. He was playing a back 3, Kovac did not play at Frankfurt the same system he played at Bayern. But he came to Bayern. We didn't back him. We didn't give him the players that fit his system and his philosophy. And Hansi Flick said in a public press conference that he doesn't know what manager wouldn't want to have Kai Havertz in their team, which is a direct indication that Hansi Flick is constantly talking about Kai Havertz at Bayern. Well, obviously he's a conversation. Hansi Flick also definitely gave veto power, they gave him veto power, which is another indication for me that Bayern Munich did not back Niko Kovac, and they could potentially not back Hansi Flick. Imagine what would happen if we don't back Hansi Flick. If we don't back Hansi Flick, all of a sudden we have a disgruntled manager who's angry at the club. Hansi Flick has done so much with the tools we've given him. He's had a limited pouch. Mario has more tools than Hansi Flick has had. Hansi Flick has a similar squad to what Pep Guardiola inherited in 2014, in 2015, 2016, and had all these players, but crappier players, and he's done more for this club than Pep did. He's added more to us than Pep ever did. And we can't back him, but we backed Pep. We have to back Hansi Flick, man. We can't let this happen where we're not interested. Hansi, Hansi, no, we don't want to back you. We have to back our manager, man. You don't let this happen. By the way, let's get to 20 likes, man. Let's get to 20 likes. Kai Havertz will be another James Rodriguez. I think he could be. Look, he will be looking at James Rodriguez. Look, this is a transfer rumor. I think, did anyone think Bayern would be this close to signing Sané? No, we didn't think Bayern would be this close to signing Sané. But then we are. And we're still wasting time, despite the fact that we can just offer City money. Sometimes, just lose money. Sometimes, losing 100 million on Kai Havertz, 10 years ago, that 100 million is actually just 30 million. We didn't lose any money. We don't lose money in the long run. You think Real Madrid are thinking about the transfer fee for Hazard when he's won them a Champions League in 3 years' time or something? No. They're going to be thinking about how he won them that Champions League. And that's the problem with Bayern. We wanted De Bruyne, Leroy Sané in 2016. They went to City. We let De Bruyne go to City, and look at what he's doing at City now. De Bruyne slapped us up with Wolfsburg in 2014-15. And now look where he is now. I think we keep letting players slip under our radar. We wanted Koulibaly in 2016. Look at Kalidou Koulibaly now. In the last 5 years, he's been the best defender in Serie A. Dominant. And we decided to buy Hummels instead. Just annoying, man. I think Bayern's a business at the end of the day. They're going to do a business decision. We love doing the small signings, but we are one of the richest clubs in the world. It's very confusing. If Real Madrid had the books we had, books by books, our balance sheet. If Barcelona had it, they would be splashing money every day. I think management-wise, we are the best managed club in the world. We have zero debt. We have a really good stadium. We have one of the best stadiums and the most beautiful stadiums in the world. We have some of the best players in the world. Yet we don't spend the money that we should be in order to keep our dominance. That's what we should want to do. Look, I'm trying to look at what Neuer cost us. Because at that time, it was a lot of money. 33 million in 2011 for a goalkeeper was a ludicrous transfer fee. Because eventually we broke the record with Javi Martinez, but we paid 33 million for Manuel Neuer. That was a lot of money back then. So we could be ambitious back then, but not now. I'm not exactly sure. I really want Bayern to stop being stupid. Look, Boateng. How much money did we spend on Boateng? Boateng was at City. We love doing these bargains. You can do your bargains, but you also have to make sure you're being ruthless at the same time. Lions. You know what lions do? I describe Bayern as a lion. Boateng cost us 15 million, and in 2011 he was crap for City. I always describe Bayern as a lion, right? Real Madrid would be a tiger. Tigers are technically stronger than lions, but lions are more organized. They're more strategic. Tigers aren't as smart as lions. Lions are more in their hierarchy. It's different. You have a lion king. You have a queen. You have a pride, right? Lions have each other's backs. Bayern are lions. Real Madrid would be tigers. Barcelona would be tigers. So what happened? Chelsea would just be pretty good. I don't know what Chelsea would be as an animal, but Bayern are tigers or lions. We sit down, we're patient, we sleep all day, we wait for our opportunity, and then when everyone is not ready, we strike. When we're hungry, we strike. We have to have the patience. Yes, as a club, as fans, we have to have the patience. But when we know a player's there that we need for the next however so long. The food is there. We have to get up and roar. I don't know. I'm sorry. That's what we have to do as Lions. I mean, City, Boateng cost 10 million for 13 million for Man City. And he cost us 15 million for Man City a year later. I don't know why Boateng never worked at City, but Bayern gave him the opportunity. He became the best center back in the world in 2013 and 2014. And then what happened? We should buy David Luiz. Yeah, sure. Why not? Would you take Virgil van Dijk? Of course, I would literally trade Alphonso Davies for. No, I'm playing, but no, I'd take Van Dijk. But we can't. See, that's what I like about Van Dijk. He probably wouldn't come to Bayern for money, and that's the thing. We can offer Havertz a ludicrous transfer fee. We can, or not transfer fee, a wage. We can give Havertz the money he wants if that's what he's looking for. But I don't think he's looking for money. Like I've been saying, he's looking for a project. He's looking for something he can buy into for the next 3 years. I think Bayern need to offer him a better project. Like I said, Bayern, there was signals from Bild that Bayern want Havertz starting from 2021. So therefore we need Havertz. We acknowledge that we need Havertz, but not this season. Very odd, very odd. Bayern gives. No, we're not on Hakimi anymore. I'm not interested. Look, Hakimi is a brilliant signing if we make it happen, but Hakimi's going to be one of the best right backs in the world for the next 10 years. He's going to be the Carvajal or the Philippe Lam for the next 10 years. People are going to be very, very happy with Hakimi, especially whoever signs him. I don't see how he's a backup for Real Madrid. I think Bayern can definitely have an opportunity to sign Hakimi. If Bayern signed Hakimi, all of you that love Pavard would be like, damn, we have a baller right back now. I love Pavard. I mean, look, I mean, if you watch the World Cup, you would think I was a Benjamin Pavard fan when he scored that goal, because that was an amazing goal. But Pavard has his faults, and if you signed a right back like Hakimi, you would be like, damn, because that's what it would be. It would be that. There's a different effect on the field. Davies versus Alaba. That's kind of how Pavard versus Hakimi would be. You love Alaba, yeah, he's doing, but then Davies can do it. Like he can control the game from right back. That's what I'm looking for a right back. Imagine two right fullbacks that control the pace, that are always outlets. If we have two outlets at the back, we have everything we need. And that would be it. That would be so fun. But this stream is definitely going to be shorter. I think I've got my point across. By the way, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, make sure you do. This is the channel where we will be doing all the Premier League watch-alongs. So make sure you subscribe to that channel. Let's get to 20 likes, man. How can 29 people be watching and we only have 20 likes? The likes are very important because it's the way YouTube's algorithm works. Hakimi shaky defensive. I don't want to keep explaining myself. Chelsea FC. Dan just wants to say that. Look, both clubs could miss out massively, and people don't realize that. We fans are so deluded. I keep saying we're deluded people. Football fans are the most deluded people. I live in the US. There is no NFL fans here that are this deluded, bro. The Patriots fans aren't this deluded, and they dominate the Super Bowl every single year. They win it pretty much every year, right? But they're not this deluded, and it's always so nice watching football fans be as deluded. Like Chelsea think they're the best club in the world. Man United think they're the best club in the world, the biggest club in the world. Real Madrid think they're the biggest club in the world. Barcelona think they're the biggest club in the world. Bayern think they're the biggest club in the world. Juventus think they're the biggest club in the world. How can everyone be the biggest club in the world? They're winners and losers, man. But football fans aren't like this. We're all so, yes, we are. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. We are. You are not. We are. But we all are. We all are the biggest clubs in the world. Like, West Ham fans might think, damn, we're the biggest clubs. Nah, they can't think that. Surely not. Arsenal fans still think they're the Arsenal that people are scared of. No, you're not. You're a relegation team. You're a mid-table club. You're not getting up. Chelsea's the biggest club in London, but Spurs think we're the biggest club in London. You haven't won anything. I think Chelsea have been the biggest club in London for the last 10 years. They won a Champions League, as much as I hate saying it because it was against us. They actually do it, though. That's the thing. So subscribe to that channel, Raw Skills. That's where we'll be doing the Premier League watch-alongs. We did one on the Arsenal game yesterday, so make sure you're on that. Eric Garcia to Bayern. Shut up. We were the best team in the world under Sir Like. Yeah, exactly. But did you watch any other team? Did you watch Real Madrid with R9 and these ballers? Did you watch Ronaldinho, Barcelona beat you in the Champions League final? Yet Man United fans are like, United 2011, we were amazing. You lost the Champions League final. Chelsea are the biggest club in what? Stop saying that. Yeah, cool, you won a trophy here, but stop saying that. But we are 1 subscriber away from 950 subscribers. Make sure you smash that subscribe button. I don't know what that would entail, smashing your head and getting hurt, but make sure you do subscribe though. Thank you, Kimberly. Congrats on 900 subscribers. It's been a journey. But I would definitely be highly confused if Bayern don't end up getting Havertz. I would want to cry, to be honest. I mean, look, I'm serious, because you miss out on these types of signings. You definitely miss out on something. Like, it's not going to be right away where you see it and you're like, yeah, Bayern are crap, yeah. But when Havertz, like, I don't want in 5 years time, I don't want a situation where Bayern, or there's some news story saying Bayern were this close to signing Kai Havertz, but he's at Real Madrid. What is that going to do for me? I'm not so interested in this situation. Thomas Muller's done so well here. 2015, I think Muller really actually confirmed this himself, and Christian Falk confirmed it this year. Man United offered Bayern 100 million, made a bid, 100 million for Thomas Muller. Bayern were like, nope. Like, 100 million is a lot of money. You could have bought a lot of things with that money. You could have bought De Bruyne, anyone. Bayern were like, nope, Muller represents us, we want him. So we were able to reject bids on our players 100 million and above. We don't want to sell any of our players, but we're not comfortable spending some money on a player we need. You think Havertz is going to be worth 100 million in 3 years? No, 300 million in 10 years. When he's 27, 26, when he's in his actual prime. Havertz will be worth 500 million. I guarantee you that, because there'll be more money in the game. I mean, unless the whole world just crashes, but there'll be more money in the game. Muller's too good to be benched. That is true, but it's not about Muller, is it? It's about a player we need. It's about a position he can play. He can play across the front three, as we've established. He can play anywhere. Let's get to 30 likes, man. Let's get to 30 likes. Make sure you leave a like on this video. By the way, everyone should know Marco. He has a Twitch channel, so make sure you go ahead. I'll leave it in the description. If you want, go like it on Twitch. Get him to this many followers, if you can. I know I'm promoting a lot, but get him. Go follow Marco's Twitch, because he's helped out a lot with the channel. So go follow his Twitch, and he does Bayern streams. He does FIFA, but eventually he'll get other games, and he'll keep upgrading. From winning World Cup in 2014, winning Champions League 2013, what do you expect? I mean, yeah. Look, I mean, if Havertz wants to go to Real Madrid, we have to ruin that. I don't know. Bayern aren't the club to be like, oh, you have to want to come to Bayern for us to sign you. You think Lucas Hernandez actively wanted to join Bayern if Real Madrid... No, but we signed him because we wanted to. No, I don't think Havertz wants to join Real Madrid either. I think he wants to join a club that wants him. And I think if Real Madrid have bidded for him, he'd probably be like, I want to join Real Madrid. If Bayern bid for Havertz, you'd think he'd want to join Real Madrid. No, he'll want to join Bayern. He'll want to join the best club that bids for him. Real Madrid do have a lot of good midfield. Look at James. I think Havertz would be looking at James like, hey, I don't want to follow his path. And I think that will be the case. But Hansi Flick will be a huge part of who we signed this summer. Hansi has said we need wingers and he also said right back. So we'll be looking for a right back, and Sergino Dest will be a Bayern player. We know this. Sané will be a Bayern player. But are we willing to wait on Havertz? Are we willing to let Real Madrid slip through him? Look, Bayern will be asking Leverkusen, who's getting him, who can pay the money. We know Bayern can pay the money. I don't think it's a financial thing. I think right now it's a playtime thing. It's a environment. Does he fit in our first team kind of thing? It's not a money thing. I keep saying this. People think it's a money thing. It's not. Bayern had the money. Like I said, we came into this window with the conviction that we were going to get Sane. We were going to sign Upamecano. We just signed a right back, highly rated for PSG. Now they're angry at us. Now they want to ruin our club. Now they want to unsettle our youth players. Now they want to pay 100 million for Coman. They can go ahead. I think PSG will take Lucas if they actually are interested in him. No, seriously, I don't think PSG would play right like that. Nah, seriously, I see it happening, but it is what it is, though. But I think we're coming up towards the end of the stream. I won't stop. I will end the stream once we get to 25 likes. Everyone, leave a like on the video. I think this has been an amazing stream. Do you think Bayern should buy a backup? I think I've answered this. No, we don't need a Lewa backup. Lewandowski is doing exactly what he should be doing. Bayern fails again. No one's failed. Havertz is not a Chelsea player. No one's failed. Havertz is not a Real Madrid player. No one's succeeded. I think it's just what's leading up to this. I love these transfer stories because we can always talk about them like, oh, we fail, oh, we succeed. But we have to wait and see. We have to wait. Coutinho should stay. Hell no. You can say hell no, but you can also say hell yes. It is what it is. Coutinho, to some people, has failed because of his wage structure and what he's costed us. But technically he hasn't, because he actually has contributed a little bit to what we've done this season. He's helped us in the Champions League. He's done a lot of things. People keep telling me, well, Havertz won't play. I'm like, well, have you seen Muller play on the right wing more than he should? Almost half of Muller's games have been from that right wing position. Perisic has had to play too many minutes. Coman and Gnabry are constantly missing and crap. How do people not see we need Kai Havertz? Someone's going to be like, Bayern hoover up all the talent. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. That's like saying Man City shouldn't have signed Sterling from Liverpool because they hoover up all the talent. That doesn't make any sense. It's just like saying Liverpool should just give away Van Dijk and Mane and Lallana because they came from Southampton. It's a very stupid thing to say. Stop saying these stupid things. We're going to give Leverkusen 100 million. That's a lot of freaking money for a club of Leverkusen size. They're going to use that money, and guess what? They're going to sign a 50 million pound player, a 50 million pound, another 2 players worth that much. They're probably going to buy an attacking midfielder that's highly rated or highly prospected, and they're probably going to buy someone to improve their team. In fact, if anything, us giving Leverkusen 100 million for Havertz is going to strengthen them even more. And that's going to mean they do better in other competitions. But thank you everyone so much for watching this. It's been a Jack Grealish to Bayern. I always like Grealish. I think he's a sauce. I mean, a lot of these British players, all they have is work rate and nothing really. But Grealish is different. He has work rate and technical ability. I like players. I like Maddison. Maddison's really good. I mean, England has always had this problem where their players are so overrated. But now you're starting to see these players start, with technical ability, start being demanded a lot more. Maddison's really short, but he has technical ability. Grealish is the same. I think we'll start seeing that. England's problem has been they overrate their players, like Rashford. Rashford in the Bundesliga would just be another player. The guy, yeah, I love him as a human. Yeah, you can't hate Rashford. You hate Rashford, you hate humanity. You hate human problems. But he's not, he ain't Ronaldo. He ain't Ronaldinho. He doesn't even have a brain in front of goal. And there's so much overration in England. But you'll start to see. I mean, I'm from an outside perspective. I could care less about any country's players. I only care about Bayern. But I can only see Italy have better players than England, technically. But England will always be overrated. You'll always see it because it is what it is. That's how fans are, very cultural. But thank you everyone so much for watching this video. I mean, look, Kai Havertz, don't get yourself sad. I woke up this morning feeling positive, and I'm still positive because at least I could make another transfer video talking about Kai Havertz, and people like it. So that I take positives from everything. I'm not negative. If you've noticed, I don't like being negative. It's a very annoying state of being. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Keep liking the videos. Thank you for all the support. I mean, we're nearing 1,000 subscribers. 1,000 subscribers is crazy, man. Keep sharing the videos if you're new, if you're still subscribed, because I'd like to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of this week. That would be so amazing. That would make my day. But thank you everyone so much for watching. Mia san mia and peace. Go look at Phil at Liverpool. I think Coutinho should go to Liverpool if that's what you mean. Werner's an inside forward like Rashford. Yeah, I think it's going to be Abraham, Werner, and Pulisic. I don't see where Havertz fits into that, but he could. Yeah.